Hi, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to meet with me, and I really appreciate your time, so I'll try not to waste any of it. I will make sure that I'm efficient and fast, that way you can get the information you need without wasting any of your time. To start off, I really loved your first question, why should we or shouldn't we offer price discounts to new customers? I feel that although we have been around for 10 years, it should be important that we make it one of our top priorities to make sure our customers are comfortable and happy. Therefore, I feel like we should offer discounts to new customers just because to the community now, although it was 50,000 people then and it may be 50,000 people now, they're different people. When we started out 10 years ago, and that those kids have most likely graduated or about to graduate. Some of them may even work full time now, but most of them, my guess would be, don't have a family yet. Therefore, we could be a foreign concept or a new business to most people, and because of COVID and the shutdown worldwide, they may not know about us or who we are. Therefore, I feel like we should offer discounts. Starting out, I feel that it should be 10 to 20%, just so we can kind of gauge where everyone's at price-wise, but we should also base it off the family's income and who's paying for the cost of the tutoring lessons. I think it'd be really important to have a special plan for certain students that may not be able to afford the tutoring but still need help with the tutoring. Therefore, we could maybe have them help us out in a certain way to, in a way, pay off their debts and just help us out a little bit. Following that, I feel like it'd be very important to have some way to do a community outreach. That way we can get more customers and sort of build our base from the bottom up. Starting out, I think it'd be very important to do cookouts, and those could be kind of like fundraisers, but we could also meet people in the community, meet their kids, just get a little bit more connected, and I feel that would be very important to sort of build a following. We could also have the students that may need help part of our special program. They could help us tear down and set up the process and just sort of help us out a little bit. Some kids that can't afford it for the tutoring that are part of the special plan, we could also make flyers or business cards. I'm sure we already have business cards. We could use those and give those to the students once they leave their tutoring sessions, just to hand out to their friends. They could also bring friends to the cookouts. That way we can maybe get some more students. For every friend that they could bring, maybe we could take $5 or $10 off of their tutoring cost. For your second question, I also really loved that one just because it shows that you not only care about building the business with people, but you also care about where the money's going, and you realize that that's also important to stay alive. Starting out, I feel that we should use 5 to 15% of what our end goal will be. Our end goal for this year, at least, just starting out, I feel should be $150,000. So if you take 15% of that goal, and 15 would be the max starting out, it would be $22,500. So over time, if we were to use that as our end goal of $150,000, that would be a 560% increase, which I know seems like a lot, but if we have the right management, good leadership, and the correct community outreach, I think we could do it. As long as we make sure our customers are happy and we're doing our jobs, I think we'll be fine. Following that, for where everything goes percentage-wise over the year, let me just tell you, because I know you'd also be concerned about that as well. 40% will go towards me since I'm the owner. 35% will go towards you since you're the partner and you're not the owner. I still feel like that's reasonable, but if it's not, feel free to let me know and we can reevaluate and reassess. Following this, 5% will go towards fundraising for students as well as anything we may need for the cookouts. 10 to 15% of the proceeds will go towards our tutors. That way we can make sure they're paid and they have everything they need for their lessons, such as supplies. And the rest will go towards 2 accounts. One will be for emergency money in case something crazy were to happen, and the other will go towards saving, just so we can save up. Some marketing goals that I feel would be important to make sure we follow. We should try, at least at the beginning, to have different types of tutoring because some students learn differently. Starting out, I think we should try hands-off tutoring, just kind of see what they need help with. Some students may just need kind of like a kickstart. Others may need a little bit of like micromanaging, just stay on top of them, make sure they do their work. There are other students that I know work well with teaching you, sort of just reviewing what they've learned. So I feel that would be very important to do, just to make sure we have different types of tutoring, because not all students are the same. They don't all learn the same. We should also update our website and make sure we have a valid email, just because that'll be a really good way to communicate with other parents, students, if they're in high school maybe, or if they have students in elementary school. You'd be just contacting all different types of people. We should also build awareness of our program through like the cookouts and the flyers that I mentioned before, as well as business cards. It is very important that we have qualified tutors that can do their job. We should make sure that they aren't giving bad information to the kids or wrong answers or teaching them the incorrect materials. We should make sure that they have everything they need. We should also do background checks and make sure that they don't have any felonies on their record, and that they're going to be a safe learning environment for our children, just to make sure that the students are safe and the parents are happy with the child's safety and they're comfortable with us. Another marketing goal I feel would be important would just be kind of upsell the customers, create some different types of tutoring packets. So maybe we could have, starting out, like, depending on what they need, you could tutor them every single day for 9 weeks, and just that could be a packet. There could be different types of packets. So like that one, for example, there could be another one that's maybe twice a week for 9 weeks, or long term you could do something like twice a week for a year or something like that. Just see what the student and the parents are comfortable with, because it is about the student, but it's also making sure that the parents are happy with the student's learning. Following this, specific marketing strategies that we should go over, it'd be really a good idea, I think at least, but feel free to also give me your feedback, to make sure that we have good placement. So just making sure that the tutor and the student match up together, that they don't disagree, that both of them are comfortable with the environment that they're in. We should definitely promote safety and make sure that they're both in a healthy environment. So kind of, for example, we don't want our tutors to be like smoking and cussing. We'd rather have maybe some positive reinforcements, such as candy, high fives. For COVID right now, maybe like elbows, because I know everyone's trying to social distance. We could also make sure that just like kind of have meetings, make sure that the parents and students are satisfied with what they feel that they're being taught. So following that, it'd be really great to just talk about communication channels, my bad. Starting out, I feel phone calls and text messages would be really important, such as Remind. That's I think an app that you can use for text messages. So you would just remind the students of their upcoming meeting, or the parents, depending on who's driving them, and just kind of remind them that, hey, this is like when your next tutoring session is. We really hope to see you there. That way they can either be like, oh shoot, I have soccer practice that day, or oh yeah, I'm looking forward to coming. We could also do weekly updates through phone calls, maybe Sunday night updates, and be like, oh, this is spring break week, so we won't be here this week. Just that sort of stuff. In-person conversations, I feel, would also be very important, as well as emails. That way we can just kind of let them know what's going on with their student. We could also do progress checks and just kind of see what the end goal is for their students, and make sure that they're happy with what they're being taught. But I feel that that's also a big part of what the cookouts are for, just to kind of catch up with the students as well as the parents, and just make sure that they're happy with everything that's going on. Do you have any feedback for me at all? Just let me know, please. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that you took time out of your day to speak with me. That really means a lot to me, and I hope that together we can grow this business and make it profitable, but also help a lot of children succeed over time. Thank you so much, and have a great day.